Hi, I'm Bria.
And I'm Mishi, and this is
Kicks and Skittles.
Alright guys, we're back to talk about another awesome album that released a week after
Yes, on
Pierce the Veil.
May 20th, Issues released Headspace, which again, have not opened. Have
not opened.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Here it is.
And it's interesting, the album artwork, I didn't notice this until someone, I think Sky tweeted about it.
Yeah.
About how it's a pigeon with like the
feathers of a peacock.
Feathers of a peacock. Interesting. I like it.
I think what are they supposed to mean? It's like you're real. No, wait, that's not what they. Oh my god, I'm gonna say something. Not true. I think it's supposed to be like you have to like. It's kind of like fake it till you make it type of thing. It's like even though this is a pigeon, it has the confidence of a peacock.
Sure.
My interpretation would be like, even though you're trash, you gotta like.
So before this, I was gonna say Pierce the Veil. Nope. Issues' last album was released in 2014, and I think it was just self-titled, right? Issues.
Mm-hmm. Issues.
And so that was the last time they released an album. And when Coma, the single, released, Tyler Carter did an interview with Zane Lowe, and he talked about how this album is less like the teenage angst of the last album and more like them growing lyrically and musically, and like they all have like personal attachments with this album. Like so each song kind of has like something personal for each of them, which I think is super awesome.
Yeah, he said they're trying to get more into their emotional side. Like this album is like more emotional than the last one, and that they wanted to bring the groove. That's like my favorite part of that like interview that he said we just wanted to bring the groove.
I love it.
Which they did, because this is a very groovy album. So like
I don't know if you guys like follow Vans Warped Tour on Instagram or Twitter. They actually let Issues like do some short videos of each song, so like a song by song explanation of like
explanation. Some of them were not explanations, but still.
Anyways, we're gonna be so salty. They talked about each song on the album, and so like if you don't follow them, you should totally check that out. I think it's funny because like during the years that they were like recording and like writing and stuff, they put on their Twitter that they were like a boy band, and like a lot of people were like, "Oh, you're not a boy band. What are you talking about?" But like, let's be real. Some of these songs on here are like total like poppy, like groovy like vibes. So
yeah, exactly.
I think that's really
like
awesome.
It's like I think it was like a Rolling Stones about "Slow Me Down" article they did, and they were like self-described as intercoastal heavy pop. And it's like. It definitely is a like wide variety of kind of like genres all mashed into like really just like
which
the same
you would
songs
think would be like this is actually gonna be the worst album ever if they're gonna do all that, but they pulled it off
very well. Really well. It works so well, like amazingly well. I don't understand how they pulled it off.
This album's the jam. Like literally, this is another album like Pierce the Veil. I literally could listen to it like all the way through and then go back and listen to it all the way again.
Yeah, definitely.
So good, and I think it's great that they released it during the summertime. Like I mean, it's total summer vibes. We're going to talk about some of our favorite songs on the album. Brie, I'll let you go first because let's be real, I think this is like your favorite band at this point. Yep. We're going to declare it right now. We're going to go ahead.
This is kind of like, Issues is like,
you can't.
What's it called?
Nope, you can't deny it. Because let's be real, Panic at the Disco is no longer Panic at the Disco anymore.
I know, it's like Panic at the Disco is like done producing music at this point.
So it's
kind of like, I need someone to come into...
No.
It's not going to be...
She doesn't need somebody. It's already taken.
Panic at the Disco is my favorite band, but I think like Issues is probably my favorite active band, if that makes sense. Like band that's gonna be producing music, they're probably gonna be like the one I'm gonna be looking forward to the most, like releasing music. But like Panic at the Disco is also like always gonna hold a very special place in my heart.
Wow, that was so touching.
So first, I'm gonna talk about okay. I'm gonna talk about Lost and Found because one's pulled up right now. I was like, that's not where the tab is.
Oh.
Okay, so I really like Lost and Found, which on part of that Vans Warp series, they said, who was it? Was Tyler talking about this one?
Yes.
Okay, so Tyler was saying that this song is about this, he's like homeless shelter for teenagers or something?
Yeah, called Lost and Found.
Called Lost and Found, and that he
met a person
met someone there.
And it's for like, oh crap, I think it's about like LGBT youth.
Yeah, that's what the Lost and Found homeless shelters. So, I'm going to read a couple of lyrics. Abandonment adopted me. When being true to myself did all but set me free. Birth giver, tell me how did you give your offspring to the darkness you've been hiding in? And then I spend my days fighting off my bad luck. I'm going to stop there. You've been like in a rough spot in your life. I feel like you're going to be able to be like, I get that.
Yeah.
That song, you know. I was supposed to say that song understands me, but that doesn't make sense.
All right.
Whatever.
One of my favorite songs is Made to Last. Like, okay, let's be real. That boy band vibe, I feel it in this.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, this just. I think like how at the very beginning it's like Michael all like just immediately. Let's talk about his clean vocals. His clean vocals are the jam. I want him to keep them. I tried to like listen to the older album and I was like, oh my gosh, what are the clean vocals?
I know, it really is like so insane
So
and just
good.
like, I don't know, so like impressive and stuff like that because
Yeah.
I know they were talking about this before, like that's him like stepping out of his comfort zone, like definitely, and he did an awesome job and it sounds great and it really does bring a whole different like feel to the songs. Yeah, it just like fits with like this band and like what they're doing and like what these songs mean and like all of that stuff. So his clean vocals definitely bring a different aspect that's like a little bit like rougher, you know what I mean, than like Tyler's does because his are just very like pristine.
There's the adjective. Alright. I just love it. I love the lyrics to it. I mean, I feel like they're just very honest. They're just very like, I've been changing, like, can't believe how long that I've been waiting after every single dream has faded. I can bring them back to you. I kind of feel some personal things with this. Obviously, I'm not the dude, but anyways. I feel some personal things with this. I think it's just really, it's great. I love it. And I like that. I feel like most of the time, Michael's doing clean vocals in the song, so I really like that.
Yeah,
Shared this with a friend, and he was listening to it, and he was waiting for there to be like some sort of breakdown, like with like the bass or like the guitar and stuff, but then you actually have like the breakdown of Tyler Carter's vocals with the whole like come back to me, and it's like that sounds like boy bandish, which I think but it still sounds like awesome. It totally fits like the whole song, and so that's definitely like a song that I replay like over and over again. I love it. Another favorite for you?
I'm putting mine over because I have to hold this thing while
I have to hold it because I'm blind.
Okay, so Slow Me Down is definitely one of my favorites off of this album. Even like when they released it as a single, I was just like, wow, I don't know, like that song is also just like so emotional. Like it is like
it's super appropriate
even like
for it
the way
to be
it's like
last
it's
song
lyrically very emotional, but then also just kind of like the instrumentals behind it is like also like very emotional, like very powerful.
Just thinking about it is making my heart hurt a little bit, actually.
Yeah, AJ wrote this song about his aunt who passed away recently, who was like a big influence on his life. He said like she was his best friend. So this song is like about her. It's like for her and stuff like that. And you can just like feel like how like emotional it is. I don't know. So whenever I listen to this song, I like tear up a little bit when I listen to it. Tell me why my whole world's starting to shake, because ain't nobody ever tell you what it feels like when you're about to break. And then the chorus says, slow me down, I'm burning out of control, so far from heaven now. So I don't know. I think it just gives you like a sense of kind of like the feeling that like goes into
Again,
this.
I was like thinking about it, and my heart is starting to weep a little bit. Like I feel like I'm always liking the ballads. Anyways,
I also like the song.
Home Soon. Oh my god.
Definitely one of my favorites also.
Like the vibe I'm getting from this song, it's like about like touring and being away from someone you love, and then also having to deal with like being jealous and like also like, are you talking to this person? Like, what are you doing when I'm away? But like also wanting, you know what I mean? So clearly I'm going to be home soon. So like throwing names and drawing lines impossible when you mix your jealousy with mine on the phone and you're hating me. There's a million bottles and I'm trying to free my head of all this chaos. There's a hook, but you don't let me off. Like, I mean, perfectly describing. Yeah. I mean, it's like perfectly describing, and it gives you that image of like exactly what's going on in this relationship. And just, the chorus is too much. I like cannot listen to this song and not like slightly cry a little bit. Oh goodness. And I think Tyler's vocals, like he definitely like, he went above and beyond in his like living with this. I'm so serious, like, because just in this song, like, I mean, he reaches the high notes and like, I'm like, dang, like, it's too legit. So I think it's definitely another emotional song on this album. It's one of my favorites. There are three like really like important ones that have like very clear message. I mean, they're all really important. They all have really clear messages, but there are three of them that like are pretty significant within this album.
Yeah, for like different reasons. They're just like significant for like either what they're talking about or just like the way that the songs are. They're just like a little bit more significant.
One of them is Young and Dumb. Let's talk about how I remembered this. I remember, I think, either Tyler or Michael tweeting about how there was going to be a country song. And everyone was literally like, no! What the heck? And like, but to mix metalcore and country in the way that they did was literally beautiful.
It's
like,
so amazing. Now, this is like, you get like both of them equally, I feel like, which is
Yeah.
like amazing. Like,
not to mention Josh's friend, John Langston,
yeah.
was in this, and like apparently I don't know his music, I'm sorry. But I mean, he got to like be in it, so you get that country vibe also. But like even with the instrumentals, you get that too.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. And I like this song. It's a summer vibe.
It definitely is.
You could
And
totally
it's
do
like
that.
a youth anthem. Like,
It
honestly,
really is.
it's called Young and Dumb.
I love how they spelled it too. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
Y-U-N-G.
D-U-M, no B. Okay, so Coma, there was a lot of like speculation about like what that was actually about. Someone tweeted that it was about Tyler Carter's girlfriend, and they like swooped in and was like, skirt? No, that's not what it's about. On Van's Warped Tour video series about issues, you will find that Tyler was like, so I wrote this song, Coma, about If I Stay. Yes, the movie If I Stay, about the girl who's like in between like
Two worlds, I guess.
death and life.
Death
Yeah.
and life.
So
Blue Wall.
yes, Blue
Blue
Wall.
Wall is geared specifically towards victims of police brutality, and it's just like really cool that they actually decided to write a song about that topic that's like very real for a lot of people but isn't going to be real for everyone. So it's cool that they decided to write a song even though not everyone is going to be able to relate to it, not everyone's going to understand it, and like not everybody's going to appreciate it, but it's just like really courageous that they still decided to say, look, like this is an important topic and we need to like address this, and we know that like Sky had like a big hand like in that and stuff like that.
And there's already been like, I don't want to say pushback, but there have been people who've tweeted like, oh, so you're saying you hate law enforcement. It's like, no, we're not saying we hate law enforcement, but we're saying that there's this specific group of people that are afraid of law enforcement because of things like police brutality. Now, we're not saying that every person out there is like terrible, but they're saying that people do these things, and like we have to address it. And so the fact that they're able to use like their music to address that is like really cool, especially when they've got people of color in their band. So like, if it's important to them, it has to be important to everybody. And so I think that's really great that they all like were willing to do that.
Yeah.
And to stick up for it too, because like people are going to lash out at it. And so I think that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
The only announcement that I think we have is that we'll be doing another live stream question thread on Facebook. So if you've missed it the last time, then basically we'll go on Facebook, we'll like be doing a live stream, and we'll read off questions, and then we'll answer them, because we never get to answer the questions. And so we'll answer the questions, and while we're answering them, you get to like comment underneath like the answers to the questions. And so, and also we'll be tweeting them too. So if you can't make it to the live stream, have no fear. We'll still tweet the question thread there.
Yeah, we'll still read those, still retweet them and everything. But just like the live stream event is going to be on Facebook.
Tuesday at 8. That is the set time for that. So I guess we're doing a lit summer list.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and so we're trying to do things that we don't normally do because we don't have much time together left, and so we're trying to just do things within this area that we haven't been able to do. So anything you know of in Savannah, Georgia that we should totally do that probably maybe we haven't done, let us know. So yeah, I think that's it.
Yep, that's
All
it.
right. Bye guys.
Bye. Thanks.
All right.
Nice. Cool.
Jesus. All right.